My name is Sarah Haddad. My law firm is called Pendulum Legal, and my specialisation is commercial litigation. I practice in New York State, New York City. I have been an attorney for over 10 years, since 2009. I started being a lawyer practicing as a barrister at law in Sydney, Australia. And I relocated to New York State in 2018 and gradually developed my practice here. I initially became an attorney because I had studied medical science. I had finished my medical science degree, and it just wasn't enough study for me. I definitely wanted to do another degree. And I was thinking about what my skills would be best suited to. I didn't want to go into the experimental side of science because I knew that you had to have a really great deal of patience with that, as you do with law, but it's a different kind of patience and accuracy that you need for experiments in science. I was passionate about medicine, but I was also thinking about how passionate I would be about it to pursue it long term. And I was working in a medical practice at the time. I was interested in the ethical issues with science and with medicine, and that's what led me to look into law, bioethics and medical malpractice to begin with, although I haven't ended up specialising in that area. And then I thought law is an option. And so I started law after medical science. I must admit I didn't give it much thought, and I didn't give much thought to the practical side of law when I started my second degree in law, which was my Juris Doctor. So that's where it started. I just really wanted to study more, and I thought that other discipline, I might be very good at it, and I turned out to be right. I am best with analysing complex legal disputes that they may have, usually in the commercial litigation context, because that's where a lot of novel legal issues arise that don't just involve the facts. Disciplines or areas of law such as family law or criminal law, the law tends to stay the same a lot, and it's the facts that change. Well, with commercial litigation, it's not just the facts, but there's also very creative ways in applying the law, finding loopholes in the law and trying to understand several legal principles. I am very good at analysing complex disputes and then expressing them and communicating them in a simplified way. And I'm able to do that because of my experience as a trial attorney in having to apply these commercial litigation principles in the practical context. My strengths, again, are dealing with complex matters in an efficient and cost-effective manner. Not many attorneys have the kind of experience to do that. My experience involves a lot of days in the courtroom running final hearings, and when I look at a matter at the very beginning, I can picture how certain legal issues should or ought to be resolved towards the end of a dispute, and that gives the client a lot of foresight. So that's my quality, being able to give that foresight. And not many people can do that unless they've been a trial attorney on a daily basis in a courtroom context to see how these legal principles come out into play. I have done a hell of a lot in the years that I've been an attorney, to the point where I was considered at the very top of the Australian legal system. A lot of that experience is applicable here in New York State, and I can be invaluable to many clients with complex disputes in a cost-effective manner, which is efficient. There isn't a great deal of time that's wasted with me. at the very get-go, when you give me your matter, you're getting a very mature and analytical approach that you'll find very hard. It'll be very hard for you to find elsewhere.